Hey, you my people. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into one of the most epic stories of all time. A story that's been told for thousands of years, but still hits just as hard today. It's a tale of courage, faith, and the ultimate underdog victory. That's right, we're talking about David and Goliath. Imagine this, a massive 9-foot tall warrior, fully armoured, taunting an entire army. No one dares to face him. But then, out of nowhere, a young shepherd boy steps up. No sword, no armour, just a sling, a few stones, and unshakable faith. What happens next will blow your mind. So, if you're ready, guys, for a story about overcoming impossible odds, standing up to giants, and trusting in something bigger than yourself, then stick around. Trust me, you don't want to miss this. And hey, if you love stories like this, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe for more epic content. Let's get into it. Picture this, a vast valley, two armies facing each other, ready for battle. But this isn't just any fight, it's a showdown between fear and faith, between a giant and a boy. This is the story of David and Goliath, a tale of courage, faith, and the power of the unexpected. On one side of the valley stands the Philistine army, and leading them is their champion, Goliath. He's over 9 feet tall, clad in heavy armour and carrying a massive spear. Every day he strides into the valley and shouts a challenge to the Israelites. Why are you lining up for battle? Choose one man to fight me. If he wins, we'll serve you. But if I win, you'll serve us. What's on you mind, boys? On the other side, the Israelites are terrified. No one wants to face Goliath. King Saul, their leader, is at a loss. He's a tall, strong man, but even he's afraid. Days go by, and the tension grows. The Philistines laugh, and the Israelites feel hopeless. Enter David. He's not a soldier. He's just a young shepherd boy, the youngest of 8 brothers. His father sent him to deliver food to his older brothers who are serving in Saul's army. But when David arrives, he hears Goliath's taunts and sees the fear in everyone's eyes. Who is this Philistine that he should defy the armies of the living God? Uyu ni inde koko? David can't believe what he's hearing. How can this giant insult God's people? How can no one stand up to him? David's brothers scold him for being there, but David's heart is stirred. He knows something needs to be done. Please, let no one lose heart because of this Philistine. I, your servant, will go and fight him. Saul looks shocked, then skeptical. You're just a boy, and he's been a warrior from his youth. You can't fight him. But David replies calmly, your servant has killed lions and bears to protect his sheep. The Lord, who delivered me from them, will deliver me from this Philistine. Saul agrees, but insists David wear his armour. David tries it on, but it's too heavy, too cumbersome. He takes it off, choosing instead to face Goliath with just his sling, his staff, and 5 smooth stones he picks up from a stream. David isn't relying on weapons or armour, he's relying on his faith in God. He knows this battle isn't about size or strength, it's about trust. Goliath strides forward, laughing as he sees David approaching. Am I a dog that you come at me with sticks? Come here, and I'll feed your flesh to the birds. But David stands firm, unshaken. You come against me with sword and spear, but I come against you in the name of the Lord Almighty, the God of the armies of Israel, whom you have defied. Today, the Lord will deliver you into my hands. With one smooth stone and a well-aimed shot, David strikes Goliath in the forehead. The giant falls to the ground, stunned. David runs over, takes Goliath's own sword, and finishes the job. The Philistines are in shock. Their champion is dead, and they scatter in fear. The Israelites, inspired by David's courage, chase after them and win a great victory. David's victory wasn't just about defeating a giant. It was about trusting in God when the odds seemed impossible. It was about courage in the face of fear. And it was a reminder that God often uses the most unlikely people to do extraordinary things. David didn't see himself as too small or too weak. He saw Goliath as someone who was defying God, and he knew that with God on his side, he couldn't lose. We all face giants in our lives, challenges that seem too big, too scary, too impossible. But David's story reminds us that we don't have to face them alone. With faith, courage, and trust in God, we can overcome even the biggest obstacles. So, what's your Goliath? Is it fear, doubt, or a challenge that feels too big to handle? Remember David's story. Take that first step, trust in God, and know that even the smallest stone, with the right aim, can change everything.